Hey, good morning, guys. Hayden Aquilon here. It is a beautiful day in Austin. Finally, it's 60, low 60s right now. It was actually cold when I got up this morning for the first time, so I had to wear a jacket. I got some good stuff for you today. I got back on, what was that? Saturday from Turn the Page, which is a big book selling conference for those of you who don't know. There was plenty of guys that were doing bulk there. A lot of actually newer people that are just starting as well that are doing the cherry picking model. There's also some veterans who have been doing cherry picking for years. So a lot of great information. We had about 4 speakers. We had a guy named Matt. We had Caleb Roth from Scout IQ. We had Romer the Roamer. And we had Rake and Profit. So it was awesome. It was a great event. Definitely a diverse range of businesses. I learned a ton, and I want to share some big takeaways. So this will be extremely valuable for some of you guys out there that didn't have to pay the money I paid and the time and the flight and all that stuff. So stay tuned here. I'm going to go through everything I learned. So let's start with, I've got so many places I want to go here. Okay, so let me start with what I think is the most eye-opening for me is, so look, all of these businesses, whether you're cherry picking or you're doing bulk, and this is what kind of keeps me up at night, is that you don't really have a real business. The reason why is because you don't control your customer. You don't own the channel. You don't have their information if you want to remarket to them. You know, sure, you get their physical address and whatnot when you do an order through Amazon. But, you know, who's going to send out a physical mailer to thousands of people to try and get their email address, you know, at a 0.5% conversion rate these days? Not many people. So, you know, you don't really own the customer. You also can be shut down instantly with no explanation, which has happened to many people. So there's a lot of risk. So what some of these guys have adopted is going to a half e-commerce model through places like Amazon and eBay, Abe's Books, all that stuff, to where they have the back half of their operation is warehouse and bulk, and they're sending it all into Amazon. The front half, they have an actual bookstore. So it's a mixed use space, which is great because then you're not reliant on just Amazon, and you actually are building a presence. You're getting customer information. You have a physical location. So it takes away a lot of risk. But also, though, it does cost more money up front. So that is a model that is very exciting to me that I'm looking at potentially doing here in the near future. Some sort of mixed use where a front of the warehouse is retail, and then the back half I can keep doing my bulk through. Another big one for me was okay, so this is so cool. So this one gentleman, he has gone around and built his own donation bins, just like Goodwill or Salvation have, and they're branded bins. So he's going up to people, say like 7-Eleven or real estate offices, he was saying, and he's, you know, negotiating to rent out, you know, space for that little donation box for $50 a month, call it. And the data he gave us was that he was getting about, I think it was 5 Gaylords worth of books a month with an insane scan rate. It's like high 20s or low 30s scan rate for green. So that's insane, guys. That's awesome. If you think about it, I mean, this is going to be off the top of my head, but if we think about that, so if he's getting 5 Gaylords a month worth of books with a 30% scan rate. That is 5,000 books approximately, and a third of that is 1,700 books. Now, if that's from 3 donation bins, he's paying $150 for all those books that are green, which is insane. So, that for 1,700 books. So that's crazy. That's such a good ROI. And here's the best part. So the bins are big enough to where he literally can roll in a Gaylord into the donation bin with a pallet jack. So he's just able to pull them out and swap them. So it's very seamless. He puts them right into a truck and he brings the empty one and puts it into the donation bin. He does say it is a pain when they overflow, and he opens them up and it just comes flooding out. So, whatever. That's a good problem, I say, to have. So those are 2 big things. And there was one more. There were several other little things, guys, that I'm not going to get into. But the third was talking about buyback. So I haven't been doing the sell back your book, and I haven't been doing it correctly or implementing it correctly. But the VP of sales was there, Bill Martling, awesome guy. I got kind of all the metrics from him on what I should expect, and so I'm going to move full steam ahead. What I found and what his averages were, for anyone who's curious, is it takes about 4 to 5 Gaylords to fill a buyback Gaylord. And those are approximately, I believe he said, anywhere between $150 to $250 that you get cash for each. But I think the average book was 20 to 25 cents. So we're definitely going to do that because we're doing up to 30 Gaylords a week. And that's a huge return for me. That's, even if I'm doing 20 a week, and it takes me, say, 5 to fill up one, that's 4 Gaylords a week full of buyback books, which will make me a minimum of $600 to probably $800, which would buy me another, 6 brand new Gaylords or more. I think that's more. I can't do math right now. I'm a little sick, guys. I just woke up. I also got a nasty cold sore, which you probably can't see, but I'm a little beat up right now. But all in all, great conference there. Also, takeaway from Raikin is to implement standard operating procedures and to look at McDonald's as a model. I definitely need this. I need this for my listers because what I've been doing was I wanted to eliminate any complications from them, and I wanted to just make it as easy as possible and as quick as possible because bulk's all about scale and leverage and going fast. So what I was doing was just having these guys price at the buy box. They use buy box every time, it's working, but I'm probably leaving money on the table. So I'm going to implement standard operating procedures for scanning, for listing, for cleaning books, everything. So that's on my to-do list, and I want to have that done by the end of the month. So I'm going to start doing that and documenting everything. You want to put together a little binder and just have the sections, listing, sorting, all that stuff, all in the binder so you can reference that at any time. And then last but not least, I have, look, I treat this like a real business. So I have, I do accounting. I'm on QuickBooks and everything, guys, but it was time to get serious, and it was time to really look at the long-term goals and how I can, effectively leverage all these tax savings and whatnot, because I'm buying equipment and I'm starting to have employees and whatnot. So I'm looking into fidelisaccounting.com, and that was something that Caleb Roth recommended that he does, and I guess there was a couple other guys that are already using that guy, and he specializes in, and I'm sorry, I don't remember the gentleman's name over there at Fidelis, but he specializes in Amazon e-commerce accounting. So I am going to link up with him, and I'm going to get that dialed in because that's something I don't want to do anymore or think about. I definitely want to glance at my numbers all the time because I love numbers, but ultimately, when it comes to tax savings and whatnot, I don't know anything about that, so I should not be doing that. And last but not least, let's go over this, which is huge. One of the gentlemen there literally like hardly ever pays for his books. And the way he's getting them for free is he's basically going to library sales and to thrift stores that have surplus in books. And instead of them having to pay for a recycler or a trash company to come pick up all these books, he's offering to be that person. And here's the best part. He's actually getting paid to pick up free books most of the time. So, because these people are paying someone else to pick them up usually that are just going to the trash. So that's an eye-opener for me. It should be for you. And start thinking about where you can go to get books for free and even get paid to get books for free. So call thrift stores in town. Look for library sales on booksalefinder.com and see if you can get in touch with anyone there and see what you can do there, guys. I'm seeing on this paper here if I left anything else out I want to share. Yeah, in addition to what I just said, friends of the library, you can probably figure out, get some good contacts for that to look for free books as well. Oh, okay, here we go. Last one, here we go. This got me excited. So, two of the larger booksellers in the conference told me that their average sales prices were, one was $10.50, which I was like, whoa, that's low. But it's super profitable still because of the volume, and that's average. And the other one, well, it's a little below average from what I heard from someone else, but the other gentleman was doing $11.38 on average per book, average sale price, not payout. This is average sale price. So I'm actually up in the 13s right now, but that's only because I've just started sending in pallets, and because I am sending in pallets, I have lowered my, when you get to lower your shipping costs, when you scout, that means you can get lower priced books. So that will start to take effect and show in my numbers as time goes on. So right now I'm kind of in the like transition stage of going from taking higher priced books to getting into the lower. So we'll see where that goes, but that was really kind of refreshing for me to hear that it can go that low and you're still doing well. So I'm hoping to be, in that 11 mid-range, hopefully even after I make the switch. So anyways, I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.